This is Hello Glass with a glass artist interview. Let's get started. What is your name and are you a glass artist?
Hi, I'm Paul Trautman, and yes, I am a glass artist.
How long have you been making glass and you consider yourself a master?
I've been making glass since 1974 in one form or another. Am I a master? Perhaps. That is not for me to decide. That is for history to decide who is a master and who isn't.
Your favorite style or type of glass to create with?
Well, as most people know, I'm a borosilicate fiend. I love Pyrex, borosilicate glass of all kinds. That really is my main focus.
What state do you call home for your glass shop?
Oregon.
Do you own or work under a glass brand or an art name?
Currently Trautman Art Glass. I've had several in the past.
Do you make your living solely off glass blowing?
I sure do.
If you could make glass with anyone living, what person would that be?
Gosh. Well, actually, I would like to blow glass with everybody. Because when you blow glass with somebody, it's as much a social act as anything else. And it's nice to network with people. I have blown glass with quite a few talented artists over the years, but I can't name just one.
Okay, good answer. What style or technique in glass is hardest for you?
Hardest for me? Well, I don't do all of them. Not every technique. They're all difficult when you begin. And as you gain skill, they tend to get easier. Sometimes you're more skilled in one or another. Glass blowing is not an easy thing to do in general. It takes a lot of talent and skill and determination. And they're all difficult for me, I guess, equally difficult.
Name two people that taught or influenced your glass skills.
Only two.
Many as you want. Go for it.
Well, if it weren't for Guy Moore and Sue Ellen Fowler, I may never have gotten into glass lamp working to begin with. So they definitely had a huge influence on me in the early days, just steering me in the direction of lamp working. As far as what I do now, which is primarily creating colors in glass, colored borosilicate glass, I also make colored soft glass 1 and 4. There just isn't anybody doing it, so I pretty much had to create my own, find my own way. I'm pretty much an inventor. I followed my own path. I did not really have any mentors in what I was doing.
Nice. Is there any style or technique of glass that you would or will learn in the future?
Yeah, I really have enjoyed. I took a class from a guy one time on paperweight making, soft glass paperweight making, and that was just so much fun. I'd like to do some more of that. Sort of a Stankard-esque style of flowers, florals inside of a clear orb. There's something really satisfying about that form of glass to make, and also it's everybody loves it and it's saleable. I've done neon scientific glass blowing, sandblasting. I'm trying to think. I'd like to get myself a dichro machine and experiment with thin film deposition.
Name two glass artists that impress you.
You know, I cannot just name two. I know way too many glass blowers that are incredibly talented. You know, it would take me all night to name them all, and I've probably forgotten half of them. But there's so much talent out there, you know, in all forms of glass. I could not just name two.
Great answer. What style or technique in glass amazed you when you first saw it?
Gosh, you know, I was like a kid in a candy shop. I mean, everything that I saw amazed me. You know, when I first saw flame working, somebody just making, you know, a simple perfume bottle. It was amazing. I started off in ceramics, making clay and glazes. And the first time I ever saw glass blowing, it just seemed like magic. When I first saw neon tube bending and the way that light comes out of neon, it was amazing. When I saw a scientific glass blower make, you know, various complicated condensers, you know, within a condenser, and then evacuate it and put electrodes in it and then light it up. That was amazing. I'm continually amazed by all kinds of glass work.
Great answer. Worst injury you ever got making glass art?
That would be the most embarrassing injury I ever got.
Go for it.
It was in 1980 in Austin, Texas, at I think it was called Merry-Go-Round Glass, and I was doing a demonstration, and I was doing a great job at the demonstration. I had my torch set up, and I was making something, and I wasn't really paying attention, and I ended up picking up a white hot piece of glass on the wrong end in the middle of this demonstration, and just fried my two fingers. And smoke went up, and you know, it smelled like burning hair. And I kept a smile on my face the whole time and pretended like it didn't happen. But boy, that was a bad injury, and I'm sure that other people were aware of what happened, but that was the worst injury I ever got. And there's one thing about injuries in glass. Usually you get one bad injury, and then you don't ever do that again, because you learn.
What do you wish to accomplish in the glass industry?
My whole career up to this point has been creating materials for other glass blowers, primarily to do their artwork. And my art is in creating the glass. That's the primary thing I do, and making colors. And I would like to continue doing that and continue to make colors that everybody loves and wants to buy. Let me put my kids through college.
Awesome. How does a glass fan get to see or buy your work?
Well, most glass blowers have heard of me who work with colored borosilicate glass.
You got a website for your company?
Yeah. TA Glass, as in Trautman Art Glass, taglass.com.
Facebook?
Yeah, Paul Trautman on Facebook. There's also a Trautman Art Glass page. Your local distributor. Google me, I'm around.
Awesome. You've got 3 minutes to tell the world whatever you want. Go for it.
That's great. I would say that you know, it's really important to take risks in your glass, and not physically or health-wise, but just artistically and perhaps business-wise. Take risks. Do something different. Create something that nobody else has done before. Be willing to risk failure. And put yourself out there. Do something different. I think those are the qualities that are going to move you ahead in the glass world, rather than simply following in the footsteps of others. We all do that to a certain extent in the beginning. Learn from others, emulate our teachers, and that kind of thing. But I really think that's what I would say to most of the young glass blowers out there. Just go ahead and go for it. You know, really try something new. Put yourself out there. And gosh, do we have all night? I could probably say more, but that's probably enough for now.
This was Hello Glass with another Real Glass Artist interview. Thank you so much for your time.
Adios, amigos.